Roblox Doors is scary. Rainbow Friends is good, kinda. If I were to combine them, would that make it even scarier and even better game than Doors? If I were to combine them, would I get infinite piles of Robux? Would I finally be able to be accepted into the Roblox Star program? Would Redable finally accept my friend request on Discord? Let's find out. So an obvious start would be Blue, right? He's like the main one, I think. I don't know, I've never played Rainbow Friends. So I got this Blue that actually had every single one of his animations in. Very, very cool. I exported all of them. I made his walking animation. And plippity ploppity, he now chases the player. And then I made it so you can actually hide in cupboards so they would actually do something and not just stand there. Now Blue didn't really replace any entity. I guess in a way he was kind of like Seek because he chases you, kind of. I don't know, I'll leave that up to you. Which entity did this replace? I'm not gonna lie, I did get scared on this bit. You can even notice it by the way my camera shakes. I did expect Blue to just kind of be there, chilling outside my cupboard. So I think I could be justified for that. Next up was Orange. And I think it's pretty clear who this guy should replace. Rush. In case you haven't played Rainbow Friends, Orange rushes through the rooms with these arrow things. So I got this Orange that also had all its animations in and made this really, really quick running animation. I made its idle, and also by the way, ignore Big Timothy. And plop. And if we just do this, it should work. Okay, let's test. Lights flicker. Okay, let's test. Lights flicker. Whoa! What happens if we just up his walk speed? Alright, slow that down. Alright, we're gonna try that again with a slower speed. Lights flicker. Whoa! Next up, I wanted to replace Figure, and I think it's pretty clear who Figure should replace. Oh, who should replace Figure? Green. Green and Figure are basically the exact same thing. Green is blind, Figure is blind. Green has sensitive hearing, Figure has sensitive hearing. After a while of it not working, and trying multiple things to try and get it to work, I just decided to rebuild Green, and I also needed eyes, so I kind of just there. I rigged him up and it actually worked. And I imported all of Figure's animations into him, which looked amazing. We had the Figure's intro, Figure's jump scare, and Figure's walk. So I kind of just yoinked them all. I called the intro Green Dancing at 3 AM Gone Wrong. And what is this? And when I was making his walking animation, it actually didn't look that bad. And this one was called Green Walking at 4 AM Gone Right, exploding head emoji. And plippity ploppity and plippity ploppity, placing a few things everywhere. It actually worked. I did not expect that, and I think we can all agree Green dancing in the middle of the library looks phenomenal. I stole an anime and AI script for Green from my horror game I'm actually working on. No spoilers, go follow my Twitter. And bada bomb, I had a bit too much fun importing all of Figure's animations, you know, but how could you know when an animation looks like this? Also, I didn't have time to implement any jump scares, but I really wanted to for Green. Cause can you imagine Figure's animation but just with Green's head? Here's the final result for Green. Finally, I wanted to replace Ambush, and there weren't really any more Rainbow Friends left to replace, right? Wrong. There's Purple, which is actually a Rainbow Friend. Now, in my playthrough, I didn't see any Purple, and I don't know if this is even how it looks or not, but I don't care. But the thing about this Purple is, it didn't work. So you know what I did? I rebuilt it. I took this. Now I think we can all agree this looks much better than Purple. This just looks like a slug. Alright, I rigged it up and made whatever you call this. I don't know what you call this. A clapping animation, slapping animation, I think it was meant to be a crawling animation. Oh god, what are those eyes? Wi-Fi drops down by 1 bar, video quality. Anyway, this one I named it Crawling at 3 AM, Gone Wrong. 5 AM. Siren emoji, sus emoji, explosion emoji, devil emoji, ice emoji, skull emoji. But Roblox didn't allow crawling at 5 AM, gone wrong, siren emoji, sus emoji, explosion emoji. So I only kept the siren emoji. And with a few plifty plots, the crawling animation actually worked. And Purple started to crawl again. Oh, well, I guess you can call that crawling. But I kept doing this weird thing where it kind of just lie down on its back, so I had to change a few things. And Bob called this rush, and plop that in there, and boom, it worked. Alright, that was easy. But next I have to make it rebound. I'm just gonna take this and paste it a few more times. There we go, now it rebounds. And I added Ambush's sound to it, and a cool purple light to make it even more ambushy-like, I guess. And here's the final result for that, and here's the final result for all the other ones. I tried remaking Room 50 in 1 hour. Here's how it went. So I first modeled out where the bookshelves are going to go, and then I cut a hole into the bookshelves and added books. You didn't have to cut me off. I was going to use images, but none of them fit right. I made 7 different sets of books: red, pink, blue, green, yellow, white, and grey. I duplicated them on all the different door models. After that, I added textures to all the bookshelves and turned a few. These ones are going to be the ones you have to pick up. Next, I decided to make figure, so I got a normal dummy and stretched it out. Then I got a circle head. Then I added a smaller, darker circle in its head and added its teeth. 25 minutes in, I started work on the second floor. I copy and pasted the bookshelves and put them in the right order and started making this door. But instead of just coding a code, I just made some bars that get deleted when you find all the books. Then I added a proximity sensor, so whenever you triggered the proximity sensor, the book would get destroyed. Just so it's way easier for me to do this. Then I started work on Figure. I used a simple AI script, which basically just chooses random points for him to walk to, and loops that infinitely. This is gonna be kind of like the Doors But Bad Figure, how it just walks randomly, and if you touch it, you die. After I did that, I made it so whenever you touch its humanoid, you would die. I quickly fixed up all the scripts, added animation to Figure, and the 1 hour clock was done. Here's the final result. Doors has been getting kind of boring, so I asked all of you to give me some fan-made entities you had. The first one is by Linksy, and he said make an entity that gives you free Robux. Then he also said something like don't credit me because he doesn't want to be arrested, steal my fame. So I made this guy and I made it really obvious that he was rich by searching up Richard the Avatar Creator and basically putting everything on him. At the end he had 30 accessories on. Yes, I counted them all. This guy had everything from a gold shirt, a golden hat, chain saying rich and sus, 5 different hats, 3 different sunglasses, and I think at least like 7 designer bags. He even had a book saying how to get rich on Roblox. His name was even Rich Guy, so it was really obvious he had loads of Robux. I animated him reading the book, and when you talk to him he'd give you free Robux. Oh, you just die. Next was from Cardin, and he said make flamingo. He also specified to make it jump. So I got Rush and cut out this flamingo head in Photoshop. I plopped it on Rush, but I made the edges pink. I made it so when he'd open the door, he'd run through the rooms just like in the real game. I animated it jumping. I made that its walking animation. And here's the final result for that.
Yo tengo.
Next was from Jenny Punker, and they said make Seek but with a trumpet. Now the previous ones have just been a bit boring. I wanted to go all out on this. So I made Seek have a trumpet head, a trumpet hat, and even holding a trumpet. But then I went to the next level. I put 2 noobs playing trumpets next to him while he wore a trumpet shirt with another trumpet shirt behind him holding a second trumpet in its left hand. I made it chase the player down. I made his kill sound a trumpet, just to really top everything off. And when I sent it to them again, I think they like that one. Next I asked my Discord server for ideas because I was running dry. And this user by the name of Gus said that he's a Doors concept game owner designer and said it was his time to shine. He made this entity called Howl. And if the lights flick red once, you need to hide and it bounces through rooms very fast. Basically like ambush. But if they flick red with a quiet howl, run to the next 4 doors. And it'll break anything in its path to make it slower. I really like the design of the entities. That's the only reason I really made it. And it was really buggy. But once it worked, it was actually not that bad. Here's the final result for that one. The next one is taken from a YouTube community poll, and it's by this guy, and I have no idea how to pronounce his name. He said statue can appear 3 times depending on how big the room is, and will despawn when the next door is unlocked. And they said it needs to chase the player, but it was past midnight, and I couldn't make an AI script. So I just made it stand there, and if you touch it, you die. And here is the final result for that.